Welcome YouTube, my name is Radio Chorus and we are back for some more Black Beacon. I promised and I am trying to record this. So I promised I was going to try to see if I could at least finish chapter 1. I hope it's not too long. It's about the Library of Babel. We're on 1-6, so hopefully we're nearing the end. And yeah, let's just get right to it. Pansy. Year 57 of the world calendar.
Tasney, the director with the shortest tenure, with only 1 year in service. There is very little information about himself. Nevertheless, his inventions could fill an entire encyclopedia.
Okay, wow. For example?
For example, he invented a machine capable of automatically proving or disproving any propositions. He even created a model for the expansion and cooling of the early universe after the Big Bang. Legend has it that he embarked on the path of no return to create a new language that could bridge all communication gaps.
Did he do it? That was extraordinary. You sure have a fair share of superheroes in this organization.
You've got quite a funny way of speaking.
But what exactly is a path of no return even talking about? Airship and Zero kept mentioning it, and while I have a rough idea of what it means, the deeper truth behind it eludes me.
The path of no return is a ritual passed down among us. It means a one-way journey, signifying that someone is determined to never come back until they reach the end of the library.
Airship can barely hide her disdain for it.
Yup. Basically, those folks were tired of life and decided to off themselves. Plain and simple.
Ari.
What? Is there something wrong with what I said? If you truly understand this place, you'll come to the same conclusion as I. Zero has explained it to you, right? The library is essentially a bizarre phenomenon that utilizes the method of exhaustion to an extreme. When the library opens, it contains not only all possible combinations of text, but also all possible timelines for each sector. Didn't you see it for yourself? Those infinite unknown sectors are the result of this exhaustive process. Imagine an infinite number of monkeys typing away, and eventually, one of them will type out everything that happened in your life. The question is, how do you find that specific monkey? It contains everything, and it contains nothing. Such is the Library of Babel. But in the past, people had superstitious belief that this library held a book of omniscience, a compilation and index of all books. Supposedly, finding that book would give you the key to all the answers.
Has anyone ever found that book?
No.
Okay.
No. That's why it's just a superstition. Nowadays, few would go down that path for such nonsense.
Once you embark on the path, you must leave at the exact same time and the exact same place you entered before the closure. Missed, and you can no longer return. With the library opening for shorter durations, exploring the unknown regions will inevitably lead you to the path of no return.
You said you could scan the library, but it seems like you're clueless about what it really means. It means you're able to travel to any era you want and return to your current reality whenever you please.
Irishin comes closer to me, her gaze intensifying.
Do you understand why countless Emaons are so drawn to such superstition about the library? It's the unknown. The fear of the unknown leads them to see the library as a god. So much so that they're willing to sacrifice their ideals and their very lives for it. Your claim of being able to scan the library is, to us, blasphemy. If our endeavors, even at the cost of our lives, mean nothing more than a walk in the park to you, then your very presence will shake the core of our foundations.
I see. Is that why she don't like me? She firmly places her hand on my soldiers.
So, if you're truly the seer,
Okay.
how far back in the past and future can you see? Show me.
Each word she uttered hits my ears like a hammer. Arishin's face suddenly appears to double as she draws near.
Ari, stop it.
In my blurry vision, I see Zero trying to intervene and stopping Arishin. And once again, I'm engulfed by a familiar sense of chaos. It is coming again. My vision becomes obscured by a soft whisper echoes in my ear.
Where are you going? I understand. Everything will go as you wish. See ya.
Okay, okay.
Huh? What's this place? Oh, it's you. Looks like you brought us to quite an amazing place.
Mm-hmm.
No wonder. Ever since I first saw you, it felt like your soul was looking down at us from a very distant place. Ignore my quirky words. Pretend I'm just a whisper in the wind. I'd love to explore this spot first and quietly witness the marvels you'll unveil to me next. Oh, by the way, that silly bird has something to say to you. How about indulging it for a bit?
For sure. Okay, yeah. Oh, resources. Oh, I already found the resource tab. Okay. Mm-hmm. You need to try it? Okay, we could try it. Let's see. It says, oh, recommended power. You got you?
Asti, hand me the sword.
Oh, so that we got the recommended already.
I rarely engage in joint operations with others.
I don't think we need another one, but I'm just gonna place her
Many
here.
paths, but they all lead to the same place. Let's go.
Yeah, that does. Oh yeah, I didn't do no tutorial for her, so I'm gonna be like all over the place. Okay.
Let's go. The road is long, and we can't afford to stop.
I don't know, that almost gave Bianca.
The fire is burning.
Oh, nice. Oh, it's so smooth. Nice. Oh.
Fluttering wings. Well done, An. You can come back now.
That's a nice outfit.
Thanks for your guidance.
Oh, that outfit's really nice. Unlock at seer level 15. Okay. Got another one. And I think this one's currency. Currency, weapon, and XP. Is that all? Oh yeah, it's all. Okay, so now you continue to 1-7. Oh, I can do any? Oh, that's cool. Oh, let me do her tutorial real quick. I want to make sure I'm playing her correct. Did I hit that? Okay, I think so. So far, I tried to bind my account. It wouldn't let me through Google. I'm not sure it's because too many people are playing this game. So I bind it to my socials instead. You could do it through Facebook or through Apple. And I did one of those things. But yeah. At least just so far, I think Google's down. They definitely need to reach out to Google and extend the amount of people that are able to sign in for the game, to sign up for this game. Florence enters the domination state after performing skills like the third stage of her basic attack or executing a perfect dodge. After a perfect dodge or third stage of her basic attack. Once in domination state, Florence assumes the stance posture after a brief delay. In this domination state, she can use derived skills. Zoom to hit it again. In domination mode, skill 1. Falling petals will be derived as blue blossom the sparrow. Okay. Unleash skill 1, blossom the sparrow, and after a brief pause, you can re-enter domination mode. While in the stance posture, the domination state is maintained and lasts for an additional second after exiting stance. Q. Similarly, you can also go into the domination mode by unleashing skill 2, flower dance. Flower dance in domination mode is derived to become blooming rage. So E again.
The fire is burning.
So she used 2 E's, 2 Q's. Same as Blossom the Sparrow, derived from skill 1. Using blooming rage, will go into domination mode again. What the fuck is that? Oh my god. Oh my god, twice to accumulate. Okay. I think it's like E, and then it's like E, dominant state, Q, and then E. Did I do that correct? Those E, Q, E. Releasing Flora's ultimate skill, Blazing Flower deals damage to a wide range of enemies. Oh, now they let me do like ultimates.
Blooming from the flames. In the name of Florence.
That's nice. Okay, so see, she automatically goes to blooming state, like when she hits the... Not blooming state, of domination. It's this swirl around her, so every time she finishes, like, her basic attack combo, she goes there, and then you could just do the enhanced attack version of it. Thing to do.
The fire is burning.
That's nice. So you could do like E, Q, Q. There we go. That's a nice combo. So if you go like holding Q.
The fire is burning. Blooming from the flames. In the name of Florence.
Nice. I like the effects she has on her attacks. It's cool. Nice purple and red flames. Okay. Have you
Asti,
here?
hand me the sword.
And
I rarely engage in joint operations with others.
it won't let us use a dirt slot for now. 80 years ago. Oh, are we going to find Tansy? 23 years before the world calendar. As my vision clears again, the scenery around me has subtly changed. Zero and Irishin, standing beside me, exchange solemn glances. Hey. So everything looks different now.
Report in, Zero.
Hmm. Okay, let's see now. Things are like loading in.
It has been confirmed that the sector we were previously in was B80, and 3 years ago, the content of the books in this sector was changed to modern computer theory. For 100 years before that, this sector was exclusively dedicated to astrophysics.
Anchor circles in the air, gracefully lands on its master soldier, chirping at Zero. Zero listens attentively and then looks at Irishin and me before announcing her conclusion.
We have indeed traveled to the past.
Wow, so I like exploded and like took them with me. Irishin's expression became unreadable.
How did you perceive it?
There were no signs, no warning. For me, it ended in the blink of an eye.
Me too. Hey, I'm talking to you. How did you manage to do that?
I blinked as my thoughts momentarily stopped. I was just thinking about finding Tansy. Tasney.
Just like that?
Yeah, simple as that. Irishin looks deflated.
That doesn't make sense at all. Where did Cosmos find such a bizarre person?
Her voice trails off almost inaudibly.
I should just stop calling you the Seer and start calling you the Almighty Time Machine.
So our next move. Shall we go find Tansney? For some reason, there's gloom in Irishin's voice.
We've come this far already. Let's go find Tasney and the command to stop the spear. We can't be too prepared anyway. I'm curious what other miracles I'll witness on this trip.
Upgrade the pendants to attack the target 5 times during time freeze. A high damage explosion when the time freeze ends.
I hope you guys won't bore me to death.
Oh.
Forgive all sins. fire is burning.
Find Tasni. There we go.
This place looks impassable to me.
Huh?
Yeah, attack it?
Why don't we just smash through it?
Okay. I'm sorry, I was supposed to use my skill or something.
The fire is burning.
No? Chrono burst can destroy objects with special cracks. Freeze the object in place and quickly attack it 5 times. Got you. No? Okay, I should have read the tutorial. Yes. I did. I did the thing. Gotta use special attacks or something? Yeah.
How are we supposed to find Tasni?
I mean, this place shows all the possible moments of every second, right? You think just finding the right time will lead us to the right person?
Trust. Seriously, trust me. I know exactly where he's at. I know exactly where that man's at. It's like in my destiny to meet him.
A kid? What's a kid doing here in the library?
You are...
The girl casts us at a casual glance.
So, you're the successors from the future.
Oh wow, she really does know everything. With just one glance, she sees through who we are.
So, visitors from another sector. What are you seeking?
Nice and sweet, next stage. The girl and the Colossus.
I see. It seems you've undergone unbelievable adventures to finally get here.
And who are you?
My name is Ninsar.
Don't you have anything to ask us?
No, I have nothing to ask you, Bloodline of Cosmos.
Oh, did she just say bloodline? Are you related to Cosmos?
How do you know?
I just do. Everything in this ordered world is crystal clear to me. I know all the answers to any question, without any rhyme or reason.
This kid needs to stick around me. They should be giving me all the answers.
However,
I don't ever have to think again. Ninsar's gaze land on me, and she waves at me like I am some tiny critter.
come.
Despite her childlike face and voice, her voice carries an irresistible force. I gather my courage and walk towards her.
The seer, right? So, the future Cosmos did receive an interesting prophecy. I knew that a person who was so good at disguise wasn't as ordinary as he seemed.
She raises her hand and tickles my face with her fingertips.
I can't see through you, but since you're favored by the Library of Babel, I'm willing to help you find the answers you seek.
Oh, thank
As a
you.
matter of fact, I'm searching for Tasni too.
Oh. Anticipating Erishin's next question, Ninsar answers before she can even speak.
Tasni is my bloodline.
At that moment, Ninsar seems to think of something.
Speaking of which, I do have a question that only you can answer. Have you seen a librarian named Enki on the list?
Zero, on who has been silent, shakes her head.
No. And your name is not on them either.
I see.
Ninsar lets out a soft sigh.
Looks like neither Enki nor I have returned from the journey.
Well, so y'all went on the path of nowhere, path to nowhere, and y'all just, man,
Let's go.
these two.
Time is ticking.
Is that what happened,
How are we
or they
supposed to
just,
find Tasni?
or they just
I know
went,
how to find him. Just follow my lead.
or they just went to a different time period? So maybe that's what it is. It's just a different time period and not the. Oh God! I heard the enemies.
Forgive all sins. The fire is burning.
Let's go down the stairs.
Oh God! I saw that coming. Those things hurt. He wants me to go downstairs. I just want to look around a bit. That does lead somewhere, but I thought she sat downstairs. Yeah, she sat downstairs. But where does that lead to, though? See, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to deviate, but it's just like, I want the chest. You know what I mean?
It's not the right way, but a little exploring couldn't hurt.
Yeah.
You just can't resist being curious, can you?
No, I can't. I want to know. Damn, I'm dying.
Go away.
Oh, so if I deviate. If I deviate, I fight monsters and I open chests. That's what it is. Okay. Now we commence going downstairs. Now we can. So yeah, I'm glad we detoured.
A dead end.
It's not a dead end. You know what to do. Bloodline of Cosmos.
Don't talk like you know me so well. Who's that Enki you mentioned earlier?
He's my younger brother. He ventured down the path of no return before I did.
Oh, okay.
I went out to find him and bring him back. But now it looks like I failed.
Damn. Man, so she lost them still. Damn, they don't listen. Well, at least Enki don't listen. Goodness. wow, I died.
Let's move upward.
These things like shoot lasers. Okay, okay. Why did you say fell?
Because your partner already told me the answer.
Oh, really?
Those who embark on the path will be removed from the list of librarians.
Oh, really?
The library's prophecies are bound to happen. All those prophecies are predetermined facts.
Okay, okay. Let's see, let's see. Da-da-da-da. Nice.
Go away. The height of folly. Mer, protect everyone. The director's office is on the other side of this area. Let's head in that direction.
I mean, we found her, so maybe we still might be able to find her brother. Oh, what's this? A librarian's office?
Why is this area blocked off?
This is the foolproof door.
Nice. The foolproof door.
The foolproof door?
Yeah, the coded gate set up by my stupid brother. It'll open only when all its questions are answered.
Sit-Talk, here's your question. How many moons would fit inside one Kepler 452b?
Huh? Who in the world knows the answer to such a question?
249.
What? How did you know that?
Correct. Next question.
Don't even bother. This gate has 5,000 questions in total. Going through all of them will take you days, even without any breaks.
Let's just blast it away.
No, it won't budge. It's stronger than you can ever imagine.
So I see may upgrade so that people won't be able to thrash the thing.
Not even Mer can do anything about it.
So what should we do now?
Inky left a back door so that someone could open it.
Someone?
The one who raised us. That's not important. Well, let's get back to the main hall, and I'll tell you what to do. See those messed up books? Inky did that on purpose. Just put them back on the center shelf in a specific order, clockwise, and that gate will open.
Will do. Okay. In a specific order?
I'm sure you've noticed the darkest side. The moon never turns its back on us. She's always accustomed to tidying up everything from that direction. Start with the darkest side, and place the books back on the center shelf in a clockwise order.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't clockwise, counterclockwise. I'm sorry, yo. I don't.
That's the wrong order.
I know. I don't know the right way.
Didn't I tell you already?
Sorry.
Start with the darkest side. Yeah, keep arranging books like this.
Every time I knew what side clockwise and counterclockwise is, I keep forgetting. Cause I don't use the term a lot. You know what I mean?
The gate should be open now. Because the one Enki fears will calm down after things are sorted.
Sorry about that.
Looks like we'll have to deal with some problems before finding Tasni. Go away. Go away.
Complete insight.
Go check under the desk. There, you'll find the answer you're seeking. Enki, stop right there! Mer, catch him!
Oh, found him. Damn.
Long time no see, Ninsar.
The boy avoided making eye contact with Ninsar, scratching his head and glances away, trying to cover up his guilt with a careless tone. Obviously, his attempt backfired as Ninsar's anger intensifies.
You are such an...
She raises her hand high.
Sis?
Slap him! At the last moment, instead of landing with force, her hand loses its momentum and gently touches Enki's face.
Idiot!
I would've slapped him.
I've been looking for you.
He ain't ever gonna learn.
Why did you go on the journey alone without telling me?
You! Hey, you! All right. My bad. Just don't do that. Sorry. It's all my fault. Don't give me that look. Seriously, I mean it. I won't do it again.
That's what you keep saying. In a panic, Inky turns his head towards us as if seeking help, trying to change the subject in a clumsy way.
By the way, who are they? Why don't you introduce me to them? Hey there, guys. Are you Ninsar's friends? I can't believe my silly sis actually made friends. I'm Enki, her younger brother. That's obvious, right? Well, I mean, if that's not obvious to you, then your stupidity would go beyond the height of folly. Your outfits. Are you also Emaons? But I've never seen you in the tower before. Are you newbies who joined after I left? Wow! Then you must have heard about me from my stupid successor, Cosmos, right? Exactly!
He clears his throat and raises his head proudly.
I am his mentor, the 372nd director of MAN, and the greatest genius this tower has ever known, beyond the reach of all. That is, I am Enki Tasni!
For sure. Oh, the height of folly? 24 years before
This
the
is your
calendar.
office, Director. According to the rules, I'm supposed to give you a brief introduction.
Skip the introduction. Just give me the key to the file cabinet behind the mural and the key to the safe in the hidden compartment in the floor. Oh, and the code to the gate in the hidden compartment behind the large bookshelf. Ah, forget it. I'll crack it myself.
How many times have you sneaked in before?
How many times have you sneaked in before?
Besides the times you caught me? I don't remember, but who cares? This place is mine now. Got anything else to report? If not, just leave me alone.
His words give Nana a headache.
This is the password for the Tower of Babel's core server, along with the key to the first original archive of historical documents. And here, the highest authority password for the CAVE Central Database. Are you even listening, Director? The CAVE leaders have been notified about the change in MAON's leadership, and they're planning a remote meeting this afternoon.
Put it off.
Huh?
Or, better yet, you can attend in my place.
Wow.
I didn't become the director just to listen to those blabbering idiots.
Enki.
Damn, Inky is a bad director. Bad. Very bad. How you lead that to a kid?
We are MAON, the mouthpieces of the gods.
Ime-on.
We are obliged to listen to the prayers of the travelers from all directions and solve their problems. This has been the teaching of the MAON since it was founded. You are now our director, our spokesperson. You must take your responsibility seriously. It's not something you can just say no to.
At the moment, someone gently tugs on the corner of Nana's clothes.
Ninsar?
I'll go attend the meeting, Nana.
But
It's fine. I'm a Tasni too.
The office door opens again and heavy footsteps enter the room. Inky doesn't even need to look up to know it is Ninsar.
Back from the meeting with that bunch of morons? Anything interesting? Well, forget about those idiots. I'm about to optimize the foolproof door to version 8.0. Come and see what other questions I can add here.
Ninsar jumps down from the statue's arm and walks over to Inky, crouching down beside him.
Nothing special happened this year. All the other beacons, except the black monolith at the Tower of Babel, have stayed quiet.
I knew it. Nana's just so stuck in her ways, to put it politely. She said she listens to the prayers of travelers from all directions when, in fact, she just wants to check for any anomaly and keep tabs on everyone around the world. Obviously, we all know that anomalies have occurred maybe once every decade, if that, over the past century. Seriously, they should just disband this so-called CAVE. When was the last time we heard anything about Nemesis? They've been gone for years. If you ask me, they're smarter for bailing early after seeing the writing on the wall.
But something interesting is going on between Polestar and Cyril.
What's so interesting about countries' politics? They can do whatever for all I care. It's always about famine, plague, and war. Same old boring stuff over and over again. Unoriginal and incredibly stupid.
Just as Inky is about to babble on, Ninsar's words silence him.
They're having a contest about the same old boring stuff.
What kind of contest?
They're seeing who can break the speed limit of 7.9 kilometers per second first.
Ninsar keeps her gaze fixed on Inky's face, watching for any reaction.
So, who will win?
Cyril,
How much longer till they do it?
24 years from now.
Inky's hand paused, and he turned his attention inward.
I guess I'll have to pick up my pace.
Pick up your pace for what?
Inky pretends not to hear and continues working.
Answer my question, Enki.
Inky raises his head abruptly, meeting Ninsar's eyes.
Or the foolproof door version 8.0, of course! Once it's done, no one will be able to disturb me anymore! This time, I'll add 1,000 questions so those dimwits won't be able to finish the game within their lifetime!
Of course. Yay. Ninsar remains silent, simply staring back at him. Their gaze intertwine, piercing through each other's minds as their faces are reflected in each other's eyes.
Why did you become the director of Emion, Enki?
The boy lets out an exaggerated cry but slightly averted his eyes.
Whoa, is the sun going out? Can't believe you're actually asking someone a question!
I know the answer, but I want to hear it straight from you.
Well, I guess I'll have to give you a serious answer, silly sis.
The boy heaves a heavy sigh.
Because the director possesses the highest authority, not bound by any rules. Nobody can stop me from doing what I'm about to do, not even you or Nana. When the beacon is activated next time, Ninsar, I'm going into the library, searching for its end.
I see. Iggy extends his hand towards Ninsar, excitement beaming on his face.
Finally, my journey will begin! Be happy for me, sis.
This is a declaration without room for debate. Ninsar does not take his hand. She bites her lips, turns around, and walks away without looking back. Inky is left alone in the library watching his sister leave.
What's wrong, Ninsar? Why are you sitting here alone, looking so down?
Ninsar panics and touches Nana's face.
Stop it. Both you and Enki are so smart, yet so childish. It's moments like these when I realize you guys are still just kids. Remember, I've watched you both grow up. I can tell when something's up, even if you're trying to hide it.
Nana walks over to Ninsar and slowly sits down.
Nana.
I'm here.
Oh, we're back on her lap again. Ninsar nestles into Nana's arms.
Nana. 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 Menhidwana.
I'm here. Enki is about to leave, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah. Recent events seem to have made him anxious.
Ninsar looks up, her calm tone carrying a plea beneath it.
Nana, can we shoot down those artificial satellites made by Polestar and Cyril?
Nana gives her an incredibly warm smile.
Well, if you asked me to destroy the moon, I'd be tempted to give it a shot. Unfortunately, we can't, Ninsar. We can't interfere with those processes.
She caresses Ninsar's head.
Just like we can't stop geocentric theory from being proposed and heliocentric theory from being discovered. We couldn't stop humanity from discovering that the Earth is round, or stop gravity from making that apple fall. Likewise, we can't prevent the discovery of the gravitational constant, or the launch of the first artificial satellite into the sky. Sooner or later, the rationality of this world will reach a point where it won't tolerate anomalies. Or us. At that time, we'll quietly step off the stage for the sake of our compatriots still living in the cave. No need to be sad about it. It's an inevitable process. An unstoppable tide. Sleep, Ninsar. My sweet girl.
Ninsar closed her eyes at Nana's gentle lullaby-like words. She is not sure if she is shedding tears due to excessive drowsiness, but she did indeed feel a drop of liquid sliding down the corner of her eyes.
My poor, sweet girl. Sleep now. Sleep in peace. What are you doing, Enki?
Nana enters the room and sees a small figure working on a large clock.
Ninsar complained to me about Sally always bothering her, so I'm making a cradle. This will help Sally fall asleep.
Don't treat Sally like she's some annoying cat. And wait, you're turning Ninsar's clock into a cradle? Isn't that hers?
That dude does not know any better.
But Sally is an annoying cat. She's always following us around.
Oh, fine.
Nana resigns herself, knowing she shouldn't dig deeper into this topic.
Let's talk about something else. I just spoke with Ninsar, Enki. You shouldn't have made your sister so sad like that.
Enki shakes his head with certainty.
She wasn't sad at all, silly Nana. It was all an act. She doesn't get sad.
Fine. Whatever you say. Actually, I didn't come to talk about your sister either.
Nana's expression and tone become serious.
You're well prepared, aren't you?
Enki freezes for a moment and then look back at Nana with grave seriousness.
I am. Are you here to stop me and Hudwana? Just so you know, even if it's you, I won't back down this time.
Of course not. When your father, Tasney, brought you back from the library, I had a feeling this day would come. You're pretty much like him, and even more like your mother.
The term mother, which Nana has never spoken before, piqued Enki's curiosity.
Our mother?
Yeah, your mother.
Nana's face takes a nostalgic look.
Your mom was even more daring than your dad. She gave birth to you while exploring the library, and after entrusting you to Tas, she continued her journey without hesitation. If it weren't for Tas's conscience, you might have ended up as nutrients for the library, I'm afraid.
Hearing this, Enki's eyes slowly widened in surprise, as if his reflexes are delayed for the first time in his life.
That's a shame. Such a shame. Why would he go back for an independent life that only inherited half of his genetic information?
Your reaction is truly unusual. But yeah, that's what makes you their child. It's love, Enki. The answer is love. His love for you overcame his faith. And his desire to ensure your survival surpassed his longing for the path ahead.
Enki blinks, revealing his truest thoughts to Nana.
I don't get what you're saying. Are you talking about the brain's release of phenylethylamine, oxytocin, or dopamine?
This boy. Nana smiles and shakes her head.
No, none of those. Remember this, Enki. No matter what, you and Ninsar are human beings. Only by understanding the vulnerability of being human can you appreciate the significance of strength. And only by knowing the brevity of life can you see the splendor of eternity. Once you understand what I'm talking about, you'll truly become an adult instead of a kid driven purely by curiosity.
Enki takes a step back.
I don't like that look you are giving me. Like I'm an idiot.
Well, you are.
Nana leans down and ruffles Inky's hair despite his resistance.
You know what? You've been calling others idiots this whole time, but you've never realized your own foolishness. Who's the real silly one here?
Hey! I'm not silly.
All right, you're not.
Her eyes filled with love and compassion carries a hint of sadness.
I've seen your determination to explore the library. Now, all I can give you is my blessing for the adventure that lies ahead.
And Hidwana!
So, go, Enki. Good luck to you.
Oh. Now we at 111 Subjects of the Sun. "23 years before the world calendar. Are we back?
I am his mentor, the 372nd director of MAN, and the greatest genius this tower has ever known, beyond the reach of all. That is, I am Enki Tasni!
The energetic self-introduction is met with an eerie silence from everyone. Ninsar turns her head.
Oh, I forgot to mention. My full name is Ninsar Tasni, and the director Tasni you mentioned is my younger brother.
Why didn't you tell us earlier?
Because you didn't ask? I don't give out answers unless I'm asked.
Huh? What's up with all the silence? Why did everyone suddenly get so quiet?
Zero looks calm, her face devoid of all emotion, as cold as an ice sculpture. She just keeps her eyes tightly shut, not wanting to comment on this revelation. As for Erishin, she is clearly wavering inside.
No way! That old man's mentor is a brat. He's a brat.
Inky puts his hand on his hip, pointing at Erishin with obvious dissatisfaction.
Hey! Who do you think you're talking to? Cosmos respects me very much. Although he's a mediocrity, he's my apprentice. I can't just let your rude words slide.
She is Cosmos' granddaughter.
Oh, I get it. That makes sense now.
What makes sense now?
It's pretty much like when I'm always calling Hidwana an idiot. She's trying to show affection to me, right?
Before I can ask who Edwana is, Erishin abruptly raises her voice.
Who are you saying is trying to show affection to you? You brat. Zero!
Zero covered her. Zero covers Erishin's mouth.
Sorry about her misbehavior.
Looks like you're really getting along well. Just like us, right, Ninsar?
Ninsar glances at Zero and Erishin, who is trying to say something and stays quiet.
But then again, who exactly are you guys?
Let me explain.
I see. So you've come from 80 years in the future.
Yep. But what catches his attention is not the copper spear or the prophecy or the impending doom of the library. Inky walks around me in unbridled interest, like a curious child surveying a new toy.
This is fascinating. I never expected someone could actually travel through different sectors within the library. I've gained new insights about this place. Can I touch you?
I'll pass on that. Without waiting for my response, Inky moves closer.
Your skull looks normal. No hidden organs, or extra ears or eyes. How do you perceive the abnormal passage of time? Or maybe you don't actively perceive it.
Inky traces the back of my neck and down my spine. Ugh. Then gives my ribs a firm squeeze.
7 cervical vertebrae, 12 thoracic vertebrae, and 24 ribs. Your bone structure is just like that of an ordinary human, so what makes you so special? I don't feel any implants or augmentations under your skin, and based on the echoes, your heart and lungs seem pretty normal too. Well, let's examine your lower back, tailbone, and pelvis.
No. Zero steps forward and stops Inky's hand.
Master Anki, please be gentle with our seer.
Inky's eyes light up again when he sees Antwerp on Zero Soldier.
Well, then can I study this plump chicken on your shoulder? How fascinating! A bird that possesses human intelligence and can transform into pure energy! What exactly are you?
Antwerps get startled, feathers standing on end, and then disappear from sight. Looks like it won't be showing itself to Inky for a while. After a brief comment, Inky reluctantly stops, but his curious gaze lingers.
Can you show me your ability? I mean, the ability to travel through different time sectors.
And then he immediately shakes his head.
Oh, forget it. Never mind. It feels like cheating if you can just go wherever you want. It's dull. I want to savor the novelty of this library fully. I'd rather take a long route than a shortcut.
Are you really the former director?
What are you talking about? Are you thinking I'm a fake or something?
No, just a bit surprised. I recount what I heard from Zero about Inky's remarkable achievement, and now it is difficult to reconcile those extraordinary creations with the kid in front of me. Inky's face mirrors my own surprise.
The truth verifier? The singularity explosion model? And the complete language? What the heck? I never made any of those.
Master Anki, the librarians gave them different names from what you originally called them. The truth verifier is actually the multi-button self-regulating rhythmic hypnotizer.
Ah, now I get it. That's a remarkable device. You throw a proposition at it, and it just keeps clattering away all night. Perfect for curing insomnia. But those idiots thought it was a waste to have it by my bedside, so they forced me to hand it over. But before I did, I gave it one final task. There are no propositions in the world that this machine can't prove. If they want to hear it clatter, they can listen to it all they want. So how's it going after 80 years? Is it still clattering away?
As you expected, the truth verifier still operates to this day, ceaselessly outputting the proof process. We simply cannot repurpose it.
I see. So, what about the singularity explosion model you mentioned?
That is actually your personal cookbook called Singularity Popcorn.
Oh, right! But I thought it was a complete failure. I was trying to calculate the exact space-time coordinates where the shockwave of a singularity explosion would decay just enough to turn corn kernels into popcorn. But the next singularity cycle would take too long for the recipe to come to fruition in my lifetime. So, I chucked that cookbook into the shredder. Wait, did they retrieve it?
Exactly. The librarians retrieved that invaluable book from the shredder.
Seriously, I just don't understand what those idiots are thinking. And what about this complete language? Which one of my genius creations do they misunderstand this time?
That is a brand new language you invented to eliminate all communication barriers between humans. Every word in it is as precise as math.
Oh, so you're calling it the complete language. Well, that's a way better name than what I had in mind. I was going to call it a vulgar language even fools can understand.
Come on, man.
Those idiots speaking different languages keep annoying me every day. So, to solve the problem once and for all, I dedicated myself to unifying all the swear words in
Oh my
and
goodness.
others into a single language.
Jesus.
All I need to do is unleash a string of curses in that language, and anyone, anywhere in the world will perfectly understand what I mean. I'm busy, so stop bothering me and get lost! And the best part? It retains the emotional essence of the original obscenities!
I feel conflicted now. Good, now I learn new useless facts. Yeah, exactly.
Enki, they're here in this era because they need something from you.
Oh, right. You guys are here for that copper sphere, right? Got any specifics on it?
Yes, it is here.
Awesome, let me take a look.
He examines it and then presses his arms against his side, declaring energetically.
Nope, never seen it before. I have no idea what it is.
I knew we shouldn't expect much from this cocky runt.
Oh, I see. So you not only admire your grandpa, but also have respect for me. Looks like your grandpa taught you well.
Admire? Respect? Taught me well? Who are you talking about, you little...
Please just ignore her, Master Enki.
It's all right. Do you recognize this, Ninsar?
Nisar looks at the picture.
You are the source of life. You fell from the heavens to the Memphis River. Your descent was meant for us and stirred ripples throughout the valley. At dawn, you rise in the sky. You exalt the day. You give nourishment to humanity, just as you give them life.
Spare us your mumbo-jumbo prayers.
I'm translating the text on this sphere.
Nisar give us a sidelong glance.
It's a hymn, an ancient ode from Memphis praising the sun. More specifically, it's a hymn written by the 18th monarch of Memphis, Akhenaton, in praise of Aten, the god of the sun. If I'm correct, this copper sphere you recovered from the Philistine Sea. It's the god of the sun for ancient Memphis.
Yeah. Now that you mention it, I start to understand why it looks a bit like the star simulator I made earlier. I see. So basically, this stuff is a magnetically confined fusion reactor.
Just as we suspected, Eri.
I had a feeling it might be something like that, but I didn't think it would be an actual nuclear explosion. No wonder it obliterates everything.
Nuclear explosion?
Why are you so surprised? Even the real sun is just a massive fusion reactor.
But why did it appear in an ancient time like that?
Because of the beacons. The beacons, of course! They're all anomalies created by beacons. And there's more than one beacon in this world. I wouldn't be surprised if one of them happened to fall in ancient Memphis.
So the so-called god of the sun?
It's not really a god. At least, not in the grand universal sense.
The idea of God originally came from ignorance. Ancient people did not understand the unknown and could not control it. Hence they revered it as gods. It has nothing to do with rituals, worship, sacrifices, fear, obedience, or faith. It is just a collective term for things beyond human knowledge.
Okay.
And any phenomenon caused by these things beyond human knowledge is called an anomaly.
Any highly advanced technology might seem like magic at first. But once you unveil the mystery, you'll realize that it's just boring stuff. But come to think of it, for early humans, the sun was a celestial body that brought life to everything. For present humans, the sun is a star that constantly produces nuclear fusion inside. Worshipping the sun for humans is like worshipping farming and production. So, if one can harness the power of nuclear fusion, they essentially harness the sun itself. Even if we keep calling this copper sphere the god of the sun, it's not entirely wrong.
I think you're overcomplicating things. Let me simplify it for you. Imagine you throw a light bulb into an ant nest, and the ants start worshipping it as if it's a god or something. Now, imagine that copper sphere as something left on Earth by some powerful alien, then discovered by a bunch of monkeys who end up worshipping it like a god.
I know, I hate this kid, man. I hate this kid.
That's one way to look at it.
Ninsar interrupts the scientific explanation, going in different directions.
Anyway, if there's a command that can control the copper sphere, it probably wouldn't be in the language of Memphis, or any human language. It is obvious that this sphere was created by someone else. Let's call them gods for now. Naturally, those creators used the language of the gods, or a language completely alien to human understanding, to command their creations.
Interesting. Now that's interesting. A vulgar language even fools can understand. I mean, the complete language. I didn't complete it when I ventured down the path of no return. Now, if there's a language that commands gods, then I should definitely include it in the complete language. Even gods should be able to understand a complete language. While I continue my journey, I'll help you study the sphere and this so-called language of gods to figure out the command you're looking for.
How long do you think it will take, Master Enki?
3 years should be enough.
3 years?
Since you can travel through time, meet me in this sector 3 years from now.
Enki stares at me with eager anticipation.
I'm looking forward to it. Let's see what surprises you will bring.
Wow, really? Okay. So should I travel to the future to get my answer? Oh, can I change it?
Come, rain or sun, the umbrella is always ready.
Many paths, but they all lead to the same place. Let's go.
That's it?
I believe so.
Feels like nothing really happened at all. Like always. What did you do exactly?
Are you expecting something special?
Do you have the slightest idea who you're talking to? Never mind. Report in, Zero.
Working on it. Something seems to have appeared on the desk.
Okay, I got you. We approach the desk. As expected, there is a piece of paper on it.
Hey, fools! If you're actually reading this note, congrats! You've made it to the world 3 years later. Praise me, Master Enki, the great god of wisdom! I've sifted through all the documents I could find and translated everything about this copper ball into modern language.
Yay, Enki.
P.S. I was thinking of writing the conclusion of a vulgar language even fools can understand crossed out in the complete language, but Ninsar said you probably won't get it, so I gave up on the idea. Seems like the complete language is still too advanced for humans. Well, the stupidity of idiots never ceases to amaze me. I've stored most of the documents in the library, planning to show it off to you. But then I realized it's not worth showing off at all. Displaying knowledge that even morons can comprehend is just plain boring. And who knows if you'll even find that sector after 3 years. So I just tossed it somewhere along the way. Anyway, there are 5 documents in total. If you guys don't have anything better to do, look out for them. Let's get back on track. I'm holed up in the conference room because of some emergencies. I've hidden the access to the conference room in the Hall of Keys. Grab it first and then come find me. I left some markings on the path to the Hall of Keys, so keep your eyes peeled for them. What kind of markings, you ask? Well, the kind only a genius like me can create. Don't bother looking for me if you can't even recognize them.
Okay.
After all, communicating with a dimwit would just bring me down to their level.
A vibration comes from a short distance away.
If I catch that pesky brat, I'll give him a beating he won't forget.
Can it upgrade too? Releasing the Chronosphere orb instantly causes a chrono burst to one target inside the orb. I see. Nice.
Why is this area in shambles? Is it abandoned?
So I can't go this way. Oh, still enemies over here? Oh, it's over there. Can't go over there. Maybe I have to... Can I speed by this thing? Yeah, I can.
The fire is burning. The fire is burning.
Go.
The fire is burning. Blooming from the flames. In the name of Florence.
There we go. Nice.
That must be the marking Master Enki left behind. Let's follow it.
How am I gonna do this? Maybe if I face this way? Or maybe I can't go there yet. Let me see.
This must be the library Master Enki mentioned in his note. We should keep an eye out for the documents that Master Enki mentioned.
The height of folly.
Jesus, those lasers. I do not like them.
The fire is burning. The fire is burning.
Okay.
It seems most of those who knew the secrets of Akhenaton were killed by the Pharaoh.
No wonder nothing related to Aten has survived to this day. Once people obtain great power, it's common for them to seek monopolization.
We have made it to the Hall of Keys. The access mentioned by Master Enki must be here.
Okay.
All things have names. Names wield power, shaping their existence and binding their essence. What do you think?
What nonsense are you spouting? But it's intriguing how humans managed to control the anomaly. The people of Memphis were truly bold.
Okay. Okay. Oh wait, is this more? Or no? Probably not. Okay. So there's 2 chests in this one.
Speaking of that, why isn't that annoying brat waiting for us where we agreed? Is he trying to hide from something?
Yeah. Finally able to use that. Is there any chest here? I would hate to miss out on what is that? Oh god. Oh, nice. There we go. Oh. go down here? No. I like went around like there's a big circle. Okay. Yeah, this is where that's at. Okay. There's no other hidden places, right? I don't think so.
Forgive all sins. Blooming from the flames. In the name of Florence.
Protect everyone. Go away.
Jesus.
Ansu, end it all. Complete insight. Complete insight. Is this what pain feels like?
The fire is burning.
The conference hall is just below. Let's keep moving.
Just below, but I want to check up here. Is anything in here? Oh, it takes me right back to the beginning? That's weird. I think a thing that they need to do is like they need to name certain halls, like so that when you get close to the waypoint it tells you what hall you're entering. Like, you know how like you go close to here, just show it goes like question mark to like show that you've been there before, that you have not been there before. You know what I mean? Except for going around circles all the time.
Finally, we're almost at the conference room. Let's hope that runt has found the words to stop a 10 from blowing itself up, or I'll... Ugh.
Hey there, fools from 3 years ago. Since you've made it here, you must have found the instructions I left behind, right? Did you collect all 5 documents?
I don't think so. I'm not quite. Well, not quite.
No big deal if you haven't found them all. Not everyone is a genius like me, after all. Well, in any case, I gathered a lot of documents from the Memphian era and studied the light bulb thrown into the ant's nest.
Okay.
Huh? Aren't we talking about the copper sphere you showed me earlier? Aren't you looking for a way to turn it off? Well, I managed to decipher the language of its creator.
Okay. Enki stops talking and looks at me with obvious pride, as if to say, impressed yet? This is truly amazing. You are really a genius. Inky seems genuinely satisfied with my compliment.
It was a piece of cake, really. But honestly, when I found the answer, I was a bit disappointed. As I thought, those ancient people were just stupid. The language they revered as divine turned out to be so simple. Well, let me start from the beginning.
Okay, just tell us,
Thousands of
man.
years ago,
Tell us.
There was another beacon in Memphis, and it created an anomaly that enveloped the entire city of Akedaton, turning it into perpetual night. The only source of light in Akedaton was a metallic sphere that emanated light and heat non-stop, just like the sun. Amenhotep, the 18th monarch of Memphis, honored it as the god of the sun. He named it Aten, and changed his own name to Akedaton, which means the soul of Aten. The so-called language of the gods recorded in the ancient Memphis documents can be easily understood by any math professor in our time, and even more so in your time. If you've been to school, you should understand its true nature. In the Memphian language, Aten is referred to Aten, where A stands for 0 and Ten stands for 1. In their literature, all prayers related to Aten consist of only these two syllables. Seriously, it's getting tiresome explaining something as simple as a language with two elements. What's it called again?
Binary?
Precisely.
Yeah.
The language of the god? It's binary!
Yeah.
It's funny how millions of people worship the god of the sun, trying to please it with their prayers. But in reality, the god was waiting for them to give it commands. It responded not because it was happy, but because they happened to stumble upon the correct code. I've delved into your era over the past 3 years, of course, mostly with information provided by Ninsar. It makes me laugh whenever I think about Akhenaten's capital city. It must have been like a keyboard, with each prayer being a key. Countless people spent decades typing away, finally stumbling upon a few valid commands, which they carefully transcribed and preserved as oracles. They could have commanded the sun to rise, yet they knelt to pray to it. Is there anything more stupid than that? And to think that the prayers from thousands of years ago eventually became the cornerstone of human civilization. That's the greatest joke ever! Tragically, Pharaoh Akedaton accidentally stumbled upon the last command, which turned out to be the self-destruction command for that copper sphere. So, yeah. Akedaton got completely wiped out by the god's anger. That's the whole story of Akedaton and Aten. I thought it'd take me 3 years to uncover the secrets of this language of the gods. Turns out, it only took me 3 days. No, at most 3 hours.
Oh, that's great. So how are we supposed to stop it? Inky's face scrunches up in a sour expression.
About that, well, you know.
Yeah?
Let's not dwell on that for now.
Why not? Arishan shoots Inky a piercing look.
Don't try to change the subject, you little brat.
Zero glances around.
Speaking of which, Master Anki, where's Lady Ninsar?
Oh, right! Since I've given you so much information, it's time for a little favor in return.
Okay.
You've gotta help me before I tell you the divine command to stop the sphere. Fair deal, right?
Or you could just tell me and stop wasting my time.
That's the attitude. Actually, not long after we parted ways with you, I had an argument with Ninsar, and that's why I'm hiding out here. She's probably furious with me right now.
What did you do?
Well, I didn't really do anything. Here's the deal. Ninsar has a grubby cat. So, I made a cat's cradle to keep it from bothering Ninsar ever again. Once you place the cat inside, it won't need to eat, drink, or defecate. And it won't shed hair. It'll just sleep peacefully all the time. Why are you talking such nonsense too? It's a cradle! A cradle! Just a regular old cradle to make the cat sleep peacefully.
Yeah, but if you let the cat sleep peacefully forever, it's gonna have to use the restroom, it's gonna have to eat, is it not?
And what happened then, Master Enki?
Making a questionable device wouldn't make your sister that mad, right?
Pinky versus gaze.
Well, the thing is, I made that cradle using a clock she had restored. Come on, it's not that big a deal, right? Why would she be so angry?
Master Enki, with all due respect, you really brought this upon yourself.
Is it really that bad? Hey, you! Is it seriously that bad? Ugh. She was furious when she found out. She even tried to stuff me in that cradle. I managed to run away and ended up completely separated from her. Anyway, please help me out. I have no clue how to calm her down this time.
I mean, you most likely deserve it. She told you not to. Why don't you listen to people? Goodness. The Mountain of Gods. I can't remember which philosopher said this, but only the ignorant can marvel at the wonders of creation. But what of the omniscient? Will they never be able to experience the indescribable splendor of the world? Perhaps due to being born in the anomaly known as the Library of Babel, she is gifted with the eyes that sees through all things in the world. From the moment of her birth, she has seen through all the answers of this world. To her, this world is transparent, holding neither unknowns nor surprises. Those born on the summit can never truly understand the joy of an adventure as they ascend the peak. Knowing the answer to everything, she is haunted by the feeling of infinite emptiness. The splendor of this world was reached billions of years ago in an instant, a mere fraction of a second. Everything existing today is but the aftermath of the explosion, a fading solace. As far as she can see, humans would exhaust their lifespans in their futile attempt to reach the gate of truth. No matter how much they struggle, the outcome won't change. She does not expect too much from something with a fleeting existence that will soon fade away.
Do you know the answer to the library, Ninsar?
I believe I've answered that question many times.
Pinky giggles.
I keep asking this because not even you know the answer.
You're being mean.
Is her sighs as she looks at the black monolith. It holds the final questions that not even she can answer. Where did it come from? Who created it? Why is it standing here? And why did it bring anomalies into the world? The sky and the earth remain silent on these questions. Anomaly, what an exquisite name. A medium of divine revelations, a phenomenon beyond the law of nature. Ninsar feels that way. Perhaps the first humans on the planet gained wisdom not by staring up at the stars, but by gazing at this black monolith. It is not a miracle, it is a god in itself. The transformation of matter and energy within the library occurs without any loss, and even entropy can be freely reversed. All the answers Ninsar knows do not apply to that place. It is another universe with vastly different logic. Is that universe also attempting to answer these questions in the most brutal way, the method of exhaustion? She does not know the answer. All she knows is that humans who can't even reach the gate of truth in their own world will never reach the end of the library. Their exploration is futile, utterly worthless, a pointless journey destined to yield no answers. But why? Why are there still people who embark on the path of no return?
I want to know why our father embarked on the path of no return.
Nizar stayed silent when Inky posed the question. It wasn't that she didn't know the answer, but rather the answer was all too obvious. Therefore, it wasn't a question, but rather an answer that Inky gave to her. It is a yearning for knowledge. The desire for knowledge is the innate instinct of all intelligent beings, and none can escape its dominance. In that sense, the library is more like an insatiable beast. With its infinite possibilities, it has been enticing all truth seekers to march forward and ultimately become its sustenance. What exactly does it want to devour? Everything, anything, it is acceptable. Nissar muttered to herself. Just don't take Inky away from me.
I guess I'll have to pick up my pace.
Pick up your pace for what?
She knows she shouldn't have asked that question. She already knew the answer deep down, but she still wants to hear it for herself, even if it would only end up distressing her. Only in these moments does she truly recognize the human flaws that still reside within her. Anomalies, our existence abandoned by the world, or more precisely, something forgotten by the world known to mankind. As humanity's knowledge of the universe grows greater and more perfect, irrational things will be forgotten. With the passage of time, the beacon has been activated less and less frequent, and many anomalies have become myths and legends. He has seen the future. The rockets manufactured by the Republic of Cyril have already surpassed the escape velocity, and in 2 more years, Polestar will achieve the same. The first man-made satellite is about to break through the atmosphere, and the age of astronauts is approaching. Near-Earth orbit will soon become as crowded as a highway. And when sunlight within the vacuum is reflected in the camera, myth and eras associated with them will fade away forever. Yggdrasil will wither, and the 9 realms will collapse. The giant elephants and tortoise that carries the earth will die, and the sun will no longer be carried by boats or carriages. The shape of the world will henceforth remain a spear eternally. As the unknown becomes unknown, humanity retains only one way to explain the universe, and the rest will become legends. The library will soon be completely closed. The world of increasing entropy shall never tolerate its existence. The unknown land will forever remain unknown. The mountain where the gods reside will no longer allow anyone to climb it. Wouldn't this be an urgent call for the child aspired to climb the mountain of gods? How truly tragic is this countdown for one as such? Every time Nisar woke up in the middle of the night, she would instinctively reach out to touch the space beside her on the bed. But one day, when she opened her eyes and realized that the scrawny figure was no longer on the pillow next to her, when the tower was no longer filled with his laughter, she knew that the fateful day has finally come, and she too had to depart towards the unknown.
So, you're the successors from the future.
With just one glance, she saw through those travelers.
So, visitors from another sector. What are you seeking?
She knew the answers to her journey when she saw their confused look upon hearing her and Inky's name. The library's prophecy are absolute. This realm is independent from the human timeline, and there is no beginning or end to this space. Everything that has happened happens in the past, present, and future at the same time. Neither she nor Iki managed to come back. Such was their fate, however. Looking at the modified clock beside her, a thought suddenly sprouts in her mind and grows frantically. Her brother, a genius with a touch of foolishness, always invents something beyond one's wildest imaginations. Even when he intends to make a cat cradle, he ended up inventing a miraculous machine that could put people into a state of permanent hibernation. Any living being that stays inside will reach a state of complete dormancy. Also, he like chronostasis the cat, basically. Not only will they fall into a deep sleep, but even their cellular metabolic pressure will come to a complete standstill. While Inky is a different child, if she could somehow lock him into the cradle, she will be able to take him with her on the journey. Even if one day she collapsed on the journey, perhaps in the distant future a seeker will find Inky in the cradle and take him away. Furthermore, if the person happens to be seer that Cosmos found, and if they possess the ability to travel through time, she might even be able to ask that person to return to this sector in the future. Return to this sector in the future and awaken Inky. This will allow Inky to travel to the future. In this way, Inky will have a second chance, a chance to start his journey anew, a chance to escape this doomed fate without any answers. Ooh, is that the boss? Okay, let's see now. Oh, it went jump. Okay, I'm gonna try this and see what happens. Okay. Cradle of peaceful rest.
Anyway, please help me out. I have no clue how to calm her down this time.
Zero and Irishan gazes simultaneously, growing serious. Irishan draws out her blade, her scythe, while Zero immediately picks me up in her arms and jumps away. In a moment, a huge clock breaks through the wall, and a wild horse crashing through the place where we were standing and slamming into Inky, who is still dumbfounded.
Whoa! Why is it coming again?
Ari,
I've got this!
Hey, pesky brat! How am I supposed to make this monster stop?
Attack the clockwork behind it! That powers the entire mechanism!
Okay.
Go away. The height of folly. The height of folly.
Wait, we can make good use of this large gear.
You're breaking the cat's cradle!
Got you.
Shut up! Break it, Zero!
Go up. Go away.
Forgive all sins. The fire is burning. The fire is burning. Forgive all sins.
Fluttering. Don't get any closer, Are. Something is off about that clock.
I don't need you reminding me, okay? So your cat's cradle here is equipped with a star annihilator?
Technically, it's a plasma ray emitter for cleaning purposes.
Oh god.
Complete insight.
Crack lightning attack monster.
The fire is burning. Blooming from the flames. In the name of Florence. Forgive all sins.
Nice.
Ansu. End it all.
The clock falls down, its hands flying and gears scattered all over the place. Irishin, who has just dismantled the clock with her bare hands, is gasping.
How ridiculous! Who in their right mind would add so many weapons to this so-called cat's cradle?
Inky trots up onto the clock and stops his feet in frustration.
No! Why did you smash my cat's cradle? It's a gift I made for Ninsar. But why did you... this invention took me so much time, and you just...
Inky's face is lit up with joy.
Huh? Oh, that's a great name!
Is that what you should care about? He drops his head again.
Well, the point is, such an awesome name will never get used.
I don't think you should focus on that either. I wink at Inky, signaling him to look further away. Not far away, Nissar is standing where Mir, watching the farce, came to came to an end. Enki walks up.
I'm sorry for tampering with your clock. I'm really sorry. Just don't be mad at me, sis.
Nissar feels regret, looking at the wreckage of the clock scattered on the ground. It is like this accident blocks the last way back, and she doesn't know if she should feel sad or happy. In the end, she just lets out a long sigh.
Never mind.
Seeing Nissar's expression, Iki starts acting cocky.
How about I make another one for you?
Haven't you learned your lesson yet?
Alright, just forget what I said.
Inky then looks at us.
Well, thanks for helping me fight Ninsar. But then again, you didn't really help me at all. Feels like it's not a good deal for me.
Hey, just give us the codes.
Cut the crap, you little brat. If it wasn't for me, you would have been stuffed into the coffin by that intelligent weapon you made. Just hand over the command to stop that copper sphere from blowing itself up.
Master Enki, keeping promises is a virtue.
Nissar seems to have grasped the situation.
I see. It seems my silly brother bragged to you about something he hasn't actually figured out.
What?
It's true that he figured out the grammar of the language of the gods without too much effort. But knowing the grammar and knowing the specific words are two different things. For the past 3 years, Enki has been trying relentlessly to decipher the command to stop Aten from self-destructing. Unfortunately, there are very few examples left in the ancient Memphis text, and he didn't have enough material for semantic and logical analysis. That's why the progress has been slow.
Oh, yeah, that's what happened.
Great.
There should be a complete list of Aten's commands in this library. No, I mean, there has to be. But heck, how am I supposed to find that list in this mountain of books? Finding a particular leaf in a forest might be easier. Or maybe just give me more samples of Aten's commands. If you want me to find the answer, you should at least tell me the full riddle, right? But what's left from the era of Memphis is either mutilated or too vague.
He's completely giving up.
In short, I don't know how to stop Aten from blowing itself up.
And why do you boss us around? I can't believe someone could be so shameless. Iki's face turned red with embarrassment.
However, I do have some information. Besides destroying a Keraton, the copper sphere has shown up twice in history. One of them was 2,000 years ago.
2,000 years ago.
Gerald looks thoughtful.
Back then, Obed was under the rule of the 5th Emperor of the Arsacid Empire.
Exactly. Actually, Aten was taken by Emeon at that time, before it got lost for some unknown reason. 2,000 years ago. That was the last time Aten shone in history. Perhaps you should go back and ask the people of that era. Maybe they can give you more valuable information. You're welcome.
By the way, since you seem to have a deep understanding of antiquities, Master Ninsar,
Zero suddenly steps forward and takes out something, handing it to Nissar. I spare a glance and realize that it is the armor fragment from the unidentified giant.
do you know anything about this?
Nissar barely glances at it before coming to a conclusion.
This belongs to Darius. Looks like you got caught up in some unexpected incidents before arriving here.
Zero thoughtfully put away the fragment and pierced her lips.
Oh, wait.
Enki suddenly remembers something and starts gesturing dramatically. What is it this time?
I just remembered something.
Enki looks at Irishin.
Eri, well, Cosmo's granddaughter.
Enki continues before Irishin lash out.
So, it was you from the future who asked Seer to come to me and get the command to stop Aten, right?
Irishin freezes at his words.
Indeed. If what Seer said is true.
Oops. Now this is bad. Really bad.
What's wrong with Et's divine words?
Haven't you realized it yet? I wouldn't have bothered investigating Autumn's divine words if it weren't for your arrival. You sparked my interest in this field. If I hadn't met you, how would I know anything about Autumn's divine words? Why would I have studied such a thing?
A shiver runs down my spine. I realize the implications of his words. However, Ninsar remains calm. Her ember eyes seemingly have seen through everything long ago. Inky, on the other hand, waves his hand instantly.
Be careful. The prophecy may actualize itself. Well, that's all the help we can provide. Farewell, my unexpected friends. May we meet again in the future.
May we not. I don't mind Ninsar. Not you, Inky. Okay, 117. Her journey ahead is already brimming with endless surprise and magnificence. Departure. Inky and Ninsar watched the future successor disappear from sight. Inky let out a lazy yawn.
Aren't you sorry for letting them go?
What are you talking about? Why would I be sorry?
I'm talking about that seer. You actually want to study their inner workings, right? Can't believe you've actually held yourself back.
Hey, I don't.
Inky shakes his head.
I already examined Seer, and based on biological characteristics alone, there's no doubt the Seer is as human as us. As for deeper differences, they can't be studied simply through dissection. I don't want to ruin such a precious specimen. Cosmos is truly amazing to have found such an intriguing toy. It surpasses my imagination. I'll shower him with praise next time I see him.
Yeah, I've been telling you for a while that your seemingly mediocre apprentice is anything but ordinary.
Ninsar suddenly recalls the eve of her departure.
Are you leaving too?
You are Enki's apprentice. How interesting. I can't see your answer. Perhaps you'll reach greater heights than Enki in the future.
I'm flattered. Master Enki is a true genius, while I'm just an ordinary person who is lucky to have made it this far.
Stop praising him, man.
Not many admit their mediocrity.
Cosmos smile.
I don't think mediocrity is a derogatory term. A genius is like a lone bird, rejecting everything and having no place to rest, while mediocrity is like a tortoise, knowing its limits and moving towards a single goal. Eventually, the tortoise reaches greater heights.
Ninsar chuckles.
A mediocrity with sharp words. What a shame that Enki hasn't seen your true nature. You've hidden your brilliance well.
Cosmo maintains his casual demeanor and changes the subject.
You have beautiful eyes. I believe they will reflect even more valuable things in the future. May your journey ahead be filled with endless surprises and magnificence.
Cosmos might be the villain, I'm not gonna lie. Inky's voice pulls Ninsar back from her reminiscence.
But then again, do you think they'll eventually fall into a tragic loop just like Oedipus?
Yes, they will.
Ninsar's voice is calm, as if stating an established fact.
Otherwise, they wouldn't have met us.
Inky pauses for a moment and then chuckles.
That's true. All we can do is wish them good luck.
Well, that's not something we should be worried about.
Yeah, you're right. But you know, it's not just Cosmos who's interesting. There's also that girl.
The girl who has found the Tome of Aegis? What path will she choose? I'm curious, Enki.
Did you see the answer?
Yeah, I did. but I don't know the process, as always. I don't know why, but this time, I have a feeling that maybe the process is more important than the answer itself.
It's just they haven't realized it yet.
Should we warn them?
No, only the unknown brings anticipation. I don't want to spoil the fun.
Mischievous, aren't you?
Whatever you say.
Inky jogs forward a few steps.
By the way, now that you've realized that the process is more important than the answer, don't come up with such a boring plan next time, silly sis. I haven't reached the end of my journey yet. I don't want to start preparing for an exit plan in the middle of a game and have to start over again. You're just too predictable. Even if you don't tell me the answer, I can figure it out.
For a moment, the Inky in front of Nisa resembles someone from her memory.
Remember, I've watched you both grow up. I can tell when something's up, even if you're trying to hide it.
Enki, there's nothing waiting for us at the end of this journey. We won't reach the end, find any answers, or be able to turn back.
Inky chuckles and keeps walking forward without looking back.
So what?
Nitsar stands frozen. Nitsar has always known that her brother is more curiosity incarnate than a human being. Unfazed by fatigue or pain, he has cared only about moving forward from the moment he was born. Keep pushing forward no matter the cost. Even if he stumbles and gets hurt, he will accumulate and absorb knowledge to go further. He never turns back, never even consider it. His bright eyes always focus ahead, seeing only what lies beyond. Watching his retreating form, Nitsar feels a sense of unease. Why? Why wouldn't he stop? Why wouldn't he look back? Why would he leave her alone and embark on his journey by himself? Nitsar reaches out her hand towards Inky.
Don't go. No matter how hard we struggle, we are bound by our limited lifespan. As long as we are limited by our mortal bodies, we will never reach the end. Don't go. Don't go. Don't go. Don't go. Don't go. Don't leave me behind.
Suddenly, Inky comes to a stop. The boy, who has never looked back before, decisively turns around and takes Nitsar's hand.
What are you waiting for?
He pulls her along, jogging forward.
Let's go!
Nitsar's eyes widen.
Can't you, for once, consider your true desire, silly sis? Out of everyone here, you're the one who wants to see the end the most, right? She wasn't sad at all, silly Nana. It was all an act. She doesn't get sad.
His words are not just a stubborn retort. He has always known that his sister is a brilliant fool. To her, a world without surprise or expectations has lost its value long ago. Only the library remains, the last unknown place, the final mystery to unravel. She has mistaken her excitement for fear to the point where she can't even distinguish between the two anymore. That's why he must embark on his journey, so that his silly sister will follow and step into the vast world. Holding her brother's hand tightly, she feels the pulsing exhilaration throughout their intertwined fingers. And in that moment, the restless longing consumes her entirely. After all, they are twins who share each other's desires and bear each other's pain. How could she have forgotten that? Nitsar smiles wholeheartedly. Her journey ahead is already brimming with endless surprise and magnificence.
Yes! Let's go.
Let's go. From this step onward, there's no turning back. Beyond lies either the ultimate truth or nothingness. No one knows the answer, even if they stray from the path, even if they lose everything, even if all that awaits them is boundless darkness. As long as they hold each other's hands, they will reach their destination. The end of the library. What waits at the end of the hexagon? For every Imaan, that has always been the ultimate question. No one has ever reached the end, and no one has ever returned. Therefore, the question remains unanswered. Everyone yearns for the ultimate answer, and that is why they all end up on the path of no return. However, what exactly is the answer to the ultimate question? At the end of the journey, the answer lies not within the library itself, but within ourselves. Nice music. Yay! Finish chapter 1 finally. Yeah.
Here you are. No need to ask. As I told you before, when you depart, all memories of this realm will fade, including me. That girl is quite perceptive, so this time, I've blocked her presence. Don't divulge too much to her, and don't place too much trust in her at this moment.
Ooh. Is she the one that wrote that? That's like, don't trust her?
Even if everything is predetermined, I don't want any harm to befall you. Come, your journey awaits, filled with challenges and
Or am I not
perils.
supposed to trust her?
Fear not. I'll forever protect you. I know where you're headed. It's the origin of all casual ties. I've adjusted your coordinates. Now you're free to embark whenever you choose.
Well, thank you. There might also be some stories that you didn't even know about, but that had already occurred. Okay. Side stories, I see. The twins and the meteors. Oh, nice. EXE? I see here the Library of Babel seems to have favored you, which means you will possess some additional special abilities. Don't you want to see how far your limits will go with these abilities? Oh, I see, okay. Harry, this is like more tutorial stuff. Okay, and this is character tutorials, alright. Brute force mode, and this is echoes of the past. There's also explore button here, but it's gonna be locked until chapter 3. Oh, we got some materials for the skills. Skill upgrade. That's good. Oh, we got more stuff here too. Weapon breakthrough, character breakthrough, and elements breakthrough. That's nice as well. The main story, we got yeah, go back and get some chests. Got clear chapter 1 EX. Oh, it's right here. Okay. Well, we did it. We finished chapter 1. And we got to play some more combat for Black Beacon. As I said in the last video, this is gonna be my last episode of Black Beacon until like there's like a version update or like probably they get a PC port up here. But yeah, I would like to say that I am enjoying the game so far. I still have to get used to the buttons and the fighting, get used to the battle, but it is smooth. I'm loving the characters' attacks, and I love the battle, so that's okay. Now I do believe in part 1, I said part 1 I said the story was pretty good. The story is good. I think the main plot of the story is good, and what the tower represents. I think that is nice. What I don't like is that every gacha game has the yapping problem and the too much yappage, you know what I mean? And unfortunately, it is those characters that are like inventors or people who like are philosophers, and then they keep talking way too much, and I'm just like, okay, stop, okay? You don't have to. There's no way we can keep on this for so long, you know what I mean? So, yes, this thing was yapping quite a bit. But other than that, it was a good chapter 1 story. I did like the interactions between the twins. That was cute. And I liked how both siblings had like, they were both unique, but they were both different at the same time. So yeah, I got this star. I don't think I got the brother though. No, I don't have him yet, but he's gonna come out eventually. So who knows, maybe eventually in the future of the story we might end up seeing those two again, you know what I mean? I say just let it bake, let it fix its bugs and stuff, because like I said at the beginning of this video, the Google, to buy your account with Google does not work. It will stop you. Saying that the developers need to like add more, you know, get permission from Google so that more people could sign up to the game. So we're just gonna have to wait for that to happen, and yeah, hopefully everything works out. I hope the game doesn't shut down or anything. I want the game to like be given a chance. So yeah, if y'all see this video, please give the game a chance. And yeah, it runs pretty well on the Google Play Store if y'all want to give it a chance. It's just that it's gonna be a little clunky, a little laggy for some people. I know if you're on a Windows 11, it might be a little more laggy. So anyway, that's enough for me. I'm gonna continue to log in and enjoying the rest of the game, see if I can grind out the story and everything. And yeah, the next video you'll see from me will be another game. Yeah, see y'all in the next one. Bye bye.